Mom has my telephone number. You can call me if you've got a film made for me, okay?
Well,
Brian.
we'll make them up as soon as we can get them out.
You're Brian, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it would be best if we get a television on stage so that Tom can show the actors what they perform, so that they can certainly improve or go ahead. Who's running the show anyhow, huh?
And I know some of you are sitting here looking around saying, not too many people. Must not be a good show, Harry. Confess. Somebody. Hold off on the show for just a little bit. As far as the people, let me give you 2 words that strike terror into the heart of every parent. Prom night. Mom and Dad are home licking the wounds for the gown and the hairdo that they just pull out mega bucks for. We have big houses coming tomorrow and Saturday. No, it is not a bad show, as you will see. We welcome you, and you're going to get a wonderful show. And we're happy you're with us. I have a couple quick announcements, and then we'll get on with it. First of all, we have some anniversaries today, and although she isn't here, Jean Gilly, tell Marion here that we wish her a very, very happy birthday today. Marion is one of our charter members and a real trooper. The only thing is don't mention the word stone around her, ever. Secondly, another anniversary. This one is very impressive. Another couple in our company, Jack and Cindy Gans Hill, 49 years of marriage today. Wow. 49 years. I've known countries which haven't lasted that long. I asked Jack, can you remember single life, Jack? And he said, I can't even remember when the bathroom was empty. We wish them the happiest of happies. Now, out in the lobby, as you pass out, pardon the expression, you will see a white sheet of paper with a red 27 at the top. This is our summer schedule, and at the bottom is a super saver. Ladies and gentlemen of economy who would like to save a few bucks, and this is only good until next week. And it's a very, very nice reduction from a season ticket. Now, our season tickets are not like most season tickets, where you have to buy a ticket, you come the same night, sit in the same seat, and that's it. No. Ours is 10 admissions. It's very flexible. You can use those 10 admissions whenever you like. And it counts for all Colonial Theater. This is not the Independence now. It's our Colonial Theater shows and our children's theater. So please pick it up, take a look at it. $26 to save. I think it's worth it. Check that. $36. $26. My bill, my mathematics, 90 minus, it's $26. Anyway, it's a nice saving. Also, you'll see our lovely ladies out there hawking some yellow tickets. Ho ho! And this is for the young people too. In January of '95, we, the Independents, are going to Las Vegas, returning to Las Vegas, Nevada. We appeared there in January of '93, and so we are going to the Senior Theater Festival again. And we'd like you to come with us by buying a $1 ticket at a raffle. This is a trip for two. Air and hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada for 4 nights in January. Buy a ticket. It's for a good cause, all right? Now, tonight we're delighted to have you with us in this salute to Stephen Foster. Last Saturday we were at the Point in Pittsburgh celebrating the bicentennial. By the way, Louis, I didn't get a chance to tell you, they called us with raves, just absolute raves, saying how wonderful, and we're already invited back next year, and they don't even know what they're going to do. But our gang did themselves proud, and we're proud of them too. Now, saluting Stephen Foster is not just a whole evening of Foster songs, although that would be nice, but we want to give you a little bit of the background. In fact, one of the nicest compliments we've received, too, aside from the musical accomplishments, is when people have said, we enjoyed the history part of it very much. So we hope that you will too. What was life like back in Stephen Foster's time when he was born? And you folks of my generation must remember that a lot of our young people don't even know that Stephen came from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Where exactly we're going to tell you, all right? So we hope that you're going to enjoy the recalling of his songs, and we have some surprises for you. I think you're going to learn a few things that you didn't know before. Now, we begin by introducing you and saluting our native son, Bucolenzi, our maestro.
left Manhattan for a 150-mile trip to Albany. She made an incredible average speed of 5 miles an hour.
Music is thriving in the USA in 1808. The first music hall is built in America, in New Orleans, Louisiana. It creates a musical sensation.
September 13th, 1812, Francis Scott Key of Maryland observes a 25-hour unsuccessful British bombardment on Fort McHenry and creates the lyrics for the Star-Spangled Banner.
December 10th, 1817, the first professional theatrical performance on a showboat is presented in Natchez, Mississippi. It too is an entertainment sensation.
Year 1826 was historic in many respects. And this year, the United States of America celebrates its 50th anniversary.
In 1846, James Fenimore Cooper became a literary sensation. He published his highly popular novel, Last of the Mohicans.
In 1826, New York theater audiences thrilled to the artistry of a brilliant British Shakespearean actor. He is Edmund Kean.
This was a year of sadness. On July 4th, 1826, two former presidents, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, both passed away.
July 4th, 1826 is also a day for joy. In the community of Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania, a certain family welcomes the birth of its 9th child. Listen now as we bring you some of the music from the 19th century that greeted the arrival of
Stephen Collins Hauser.
In the evening, my to sweeping our country. No, it wasn't the quick step, that came later, and it wasn't the reels or quadrilles, although they too became popular. Believe it or not, it was the polka. Now, it's not known in which country the polka originated, but like today, the polka was just one of many dance choices in the 19th century. They also had favorite barn dances, and here's one type that became very popular, done to a tune of 1834, Turkey in the Straw.
Beginning and ending with one of the best-known rounds of Stevie Stephen Foster's Day, first heard in 1852. Row, row, row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Gently down the stream.
heard that expression, haven't we? Referring to an actor, or a bad actor, or an over-actor. Did you ever wonder where it came from? Where we got that expression? No? Oh, well, I was glad somebody said that, because I'm going to tell you, yeah. We get that expression, such a ham, what a ham, from the minstrel show, right? Yeah, the minstrel show was the very first form of Native American musical theater. Did you know that? It started in the mid-19th century, in 1843 to be exact. Now, in 1843, Stephen Foster was 17 years old, and he was writing his very first song here in Pittsburgh, Open Thy Lattice, Love. Does that have words?
Open thy lattice, love.
Now you know why we don't hear much of that. Anyhow, he did get it published the very next year, and he dedicated it to a female family friend. Now, in 1843, in New York City at the Bowery Amphitheater, the original minstrels from Virginia made their debut. Now, these were 4 men who sang, but they also played a fiddle, a banjo, the castanets or bones, and right, a tambourine, right. Hey, that's pretty good. You knew that was a tambourine. And this was the very first minstrel show. Now, it started off with white male performers imitating black male performers. And it became so popular that by 1900, there were over 400 touring companies of minstrel shows. They played every town in the United States. And Stephen Foster probably saw many of them and was no doubt influenced by them, because several years later he contributed compositions to them himself. Now, as they started out, white male performers imitating black male performers, they turned into lady minstrels, juvenile minstrels, wooden minstrels, oriental minstrels, and even the Negro minstrels. Eventually, they did away with the blackface altogether. Now, the father of the American minstrel, do you want to hear all this? Yes. Oh, good, okay. I have to tell you, you know that. The father of the American minstrel is thought to be a man named Thomas Dartmouth Rice. In the 1830s, he imitated a black dancer named Barney Williams. He did an act and he did a solo dance imitating Barney Williams. Now, what was so important about this? The minstrel show pushed American musical theater into the 20th century. It was the very first variety show. And where do we get the word ham? From the minstrels. Why? Because grease paint wasn't invented until 1870, and they put burnt cork on their faces. And in order for that burnt cork to get on and come off more easily, they spread their faces with a layer of ham fat before they put the burnt cork on. So they got to be called the ham fat men. The actors were all those ham fat men. And pretty soon the actors were all those hams. And that's where we get the word ham for an actor. Now, no salute to Stephen Foster would be complete without a tribute to the minstrel show. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for your delight and delectation, I am proud to present the RMC Independence Mini Minstrel Show.
Let the entertainment begin.
An egotist is a person more interested in himself than in me.
Mr. Wagner. Yes, sir, Mr. Silver. May I add that the nice thing about egotists is that they don't talk about other people.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes, sir, Mr. Petella.
Mr. Campbell, can you give us your definition of a happy marriage?
Well, sir, the most happy marriage I can imagine to myself being the union of a deaf man to a blind woman. Mr. Lockyer.
Yes, sir, Mr. Green.
I believe that all bachelors should be heavily taxed.
Why is that, Mr. Green?
It is unfair that some men should be happier than others.
Now, my friends, it is time for our next musical interlude. Mr. Bones,
Yes, sir, Mr. Interlocutor.
will you honor us with your prodigious ability?
It would be my deep pleasure, sir. My selection to sing will be classic ballad of a memorable personality, Old Dan Tucker. Old Dan Tucker was a mighty man, washed his face in the frying pan, hung his hair with a wagon wheel, headed to dig in his field. Get out of the way, Old Dan Tucker, get out of the way, Old Dan Tucker, get out of the way, Old Dan Tucker, you're too late, get your supper. Old Dan Tucker came to town, riding up Billy, came to town, the hound dog barked and Billy got jumped. Old Dan Tucker fell on his top. Get out of the way, Old Dan Tucker, get out of the way, Old Dan Tucker, get out of the way, Old Dan Tucker, you're too late, get your
Uplifting and rewarding interlude, was it not, Mr. Gold?
Delightful, Mr. Blue. Sweetly endearing to the ear.
As sweet as endearing of a sister.
There is only one good substitute for the endearments of a sister.
What's that, Mr. Brown?
The endearments of some other fellow's sister.
Mr. Interlocutor.
Yes, Mr. Silver.
I am going to speak my mind, for I have nothing to lose.
Proceed, Mr. Silver.
It's better to have loved and lost than never to have lost at all.
So true, so true. I do not take a newspaper, a single newspaper, or read one month, and I find myself infinitely happy.
And speaking of happiness, Mr. Fink, let us now hear a performance on the mouth organ to make your heart glow. Mr. Interlocutor, will you pleasure us, sir?
I will do my humble best, Mr. Brown. With the assistance of my trusty harmonica, I will attempt to paint a musical portrait of my old Kentucky home by Stephen Foster.
Thank
second the movement.
Motion.
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 Motion. Cease this commotion. And let us lend our ear to a mellifluous mistress of melody.
Where is she?
She is here. She is divine. She is mine. Sweet mistress, would you serenade us, please?
I'll die with my hammer in my hand, Lord, Lord. Yes, I'll die with my hammer in my hand. John Henry says to his shaker, shaker, why don't you sing? I'm a swinging 30 pounds from my hips on down. Just to listen to the cold steel ring, Lord. Just to listen to the cold steel ring. Just listen to the cold steel ring, Lord. Just listen to the cold steel ring. Captain says to John Henry, I feel the mountain caving in. John Henry just laughed at the captain and said, that ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind, Lord, Lord. That ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. Ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind, Lord, Lord. Ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. John Henry said to the captain, look at yonder, what I see. Your hole's done choked and your drill's done broke, and you can't drive steel like me, Lord, Lord. No, you can't drive steel like me. Oh, you can't drive steel like me, Lord, Lord. No, you can't drive steel like me. John Henry was hammering on the mountain. The hammer was striking fire. He drove so hard that he broke his hard, and he laid down his hammer and he died. He laid down his hammer and he died. He laid down his hammer and he died. Lord, yes, he laid down his hammer and he died. They took John Henry to the graveyard and buried him in the sand. And every locomotive that comes rolling by says, oh, there lies the steel driving man, Lord, Lord, yes, there lies the steel driving man. Says, there lies the steel driving man, Lord, Lord, yes, there lies the steel driving man.
Now, as a fitting finale to this evening's extravaganza, let us all join our voices together in a rousing rendition of a classic tribute to a fairy fate.
Polly, Polly, good.
On that band.
Sometimes I'm almost
the strong religious revival that was occurring in this country in the mid-19th century. Those lovely spirituals you just heard are a testimony to that revival. It would be 100 years from the time of Foster's birth before the country experienced another important revival. In the year 1927, our musical theater saluted a unique entertainment phenomenon on Foster's Day, the showboat. You heard earlier that the first entertainment on a showboat in this country was in 1817 in Natchez, Mississippi. In the year 1845, the first showboat performance in New York City was at the foot of Canal Street. Isn't it appropriate that now, in 1994, almost 150 years later, New York will celebrate an exciting revival of a most important Broadway musical, Showboat, which recalls and memorializes that 1845 event. The production called Showboat, which opened on Broadway in 1927, was based on a novel by Edna Ferber with music and lyrics by Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein II. Showboat was a highly literate turning point in our musical theater history, pointing the way to the golden age of musicals in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Now, let's relive and enjoy a few highlights from that wonderful musical ancestor of ours, Showboat.
All you stage-struck ladies clamor to be acting in the drama. You've heard say we are gay night and day. You drink water from a dipper. I drink champagne from a slipper. Though it seems cruel to bust all your dreams, still I must. Here's the truth I tell you. Life upon the wicked stage ain't nothing that a girl supposes. Stage door Johnny's orange raging over you with gems and roses. If you let a feller hold your hand, which means an extra beer or sandwich, everybody whispers, ain't her like a whirl? I've been warned about a roue ruining my reputation. I have played around the one-night trade around this great big nation, while old men who give you jewels and sables only live in Aesop's fables. Life upon the wicked stage ain't nothing for a girl. I think it's fun to smear my face with paint, causing everyone to think I'm what I ain't. And I love to play a fallen woman role with soul. Ask the hero, does he like the way I do her when I play a hussy or a paramour? Yet when once the curtain's down, my life is pure. And how I dread it. Life upon the wicked stage ain't nothing that a girl supposes. Stage door Johnny's orange raging over you with gems and roses. If some gentleman would talk with reason, I would cancel all next season. Life upon the wicked stage ain't nothing for a girl. I've got virtue, and it ain't been tested. No one's even interested. Life upon the wicked stage ain't nothing for a girl. Anyhow, Showboat
Showboat was really full of beautiful, beautiful melodies. Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein wrote some really magical moments. And one of the loveliest is the song that Magnolia sings with Gaylord Ravenel when they're falling in love. And it's called Only Make Believe.
Let me
In the original stage production, Julie was played by Helen Morgan.
Ava Gardner won many praises for her role of Julie in the 1951 MGM musical movie hit.
Now here's one of the hits from Showboat.
Can't help loving that man of mine.
Oh, listen, sister, I love my Mr. Man, and I can't tell you why. There ain't no reason for me to love that man. It must be something that the angels don't plan. The chimney's smoking, the roof is leaking, but he don't seem to care. He can't be happy, just a simple kid. I even love him when his kisses have fish got to breathe and birds got to fly. I've got to love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow, tell me I'm crazy, well maybe I know. I can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. But when he comes back, the day is good, the sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Oh, without him, ain't no can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. But when he comes back, the day is good, the sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Oh, without him, ain't no I can't help loving that
Back in 1927, most American musicals opened with a line of chorus girls. That was not the case in Showboat. There were no chorus girls, but a group of Negro dock workers toiling for their daily bread. And one of them, named Joe, steps forward to sing a very moving soliloquy of his work, his life, and his land.
Here we all work on the Mississippi. Here we all work while the rich folk play. Pulling those boats from the dawn till sunset.
facts about his life. Stephen was the youngest of 9 children. A 10th died in infancy. His father said of his son, "His leisure hours are all devoted to music, for which he possesses a strange talent." For a profession, young Foster once considered a career in the Navy, though his father favored West Point. But the baby of the family eventually settled for a position as bookkeeper with his brother in Cincinnati. Stephen was good at his work, but he was better at songwriting. Stephen had published his first song at age 18, and at age 22 he composed "O Susanna," which became the rollicking theme song for the California Gold Rush in 1849. By the time he was 30, he had produced nearly 200 songs comprised of ballads, comic ditties, and some instrumental pieces. In 1850, Stephen married Jane McDowell, the daughter of a physician, and the young Fosters moved in with the senior Fosters in Allegheny, PA. It was not a stable marriage. Stephen had a drinking problem. There were frequent separations and reconciliations. One child, the daughter Marion, was born in 1851 and lived to be 84. In 1861, when Stephen's drinking problem worsened, his wife left him for the last time and gained employment with a telegraph company in Westmoreland County. She feared Foster would be unable adequately to support her and her child. Throughout his life, because of the lack of royalty protection, Stephen Foster was never truly able to reap the financial rewards of his work. However, some publishers did. Although Foster's health was deteriorating, he still managed to compose such songs as the witty Mr. and Mrs. Brown and Beautiful Dreamer. Residing in the New York Bowery, he died there almost penniless at the age of 37 on January 13, 1864. He was buried in Allegheny Cemetery in Pittsburgh. But the music of Stephen Foster will never, never die.
Run
life, to come